Not
That
at all.
doesn't work. So when you post these girls, they're all fucking dimes. They're all out of control. Have you confirmed that they're talented? That
My
they got
brother.
what it takes?
Yes, my brother. They are talented. They said so. What happened was look. I got gassed up. I'm gonna keep it 100. I got gassed up. So look, I went to the Kanye show. The man Breon, the man Ray Daniels, everybody was gassing me up like, yo, you the Puff Daddy of this generation. Then why you ain't, you know what I'm saying, putting these people on? You got to do this and film it. So from there, I just went and took the opportunity. I'm like, yo, my following, my fan base on my social, every time I put an email up like send beats or do anything, it's flooded. So I just put it up and I was like, yo, holla at me for the ladies. And they came through, and all of them are talented, Joe. I'm guaranteeing. Like, this is going to be the quickest hi, nice to meet you to hit record that's ever seen delivered in the business.
Hey, yo, and you are the Puff Daddy of the time. Don't let them lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. You know, you've been on fire. You've been putting out the thing. You know, and I don't want to get you in trouble because whenever Fat Joe say it,
right,
it's a problem.
No,
like,
Fat Joe. Do you remember on New Year's Eve? I think about 3-4 years ago, we was at Khaled House. You looked at Puff and said, "There's Puff Daddy, there's DJ Khaled, and there's Hitmaker." I was like, "Oh shit!"
I don't lie to nobody. I'll tell you the truth. You're on fire. You've been on fire.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So, and now this is, I think Breon and them are right. They know about the back, so I'm glad you're doing that for the ladies.
Yes,
is
sir.
there a message you want to leave the people out here because it's National Women's Day?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I just want to send a big blessing to all the ladies out there, you know what I'm saying? Everybody around the globe, I love you. And then I'm telling you, you're about to witness the quickest, hi, nice to meet you, to hit record they've ever seen in the music business. I promise you, I got it.
Yo, Hitmaker, let me tell you, they hate when we talk like this because we be dead ass. Like, I be talking sometimes, you know, I be watching Twitter sometimes, they be like, Fat Joe is the greatest liar in the universe. Everything I say is real, but you saying some shit that it's guys and girls that been rapping and singing for 15 years can't get a hit. You telling me, hello, this is going to be the fastest. Hi, what's your name? Sabrina? Okay, here's your #1 hit. Like, but you're going to do it. And people get mad when you can do it.
Then I'm vice president of Empire. You know how fast I'm going to have that record up on DSPs? Like, bro, I don't even got to go to the office. That's how piped up I am out here in these streets. What office? I'm on the way to the office. The studio's my office. Huh. Pristine timepieces, pristine jewelry. Appreciate y'all.
All right. We're going to keep it about the girls. I love you, my brother. Be
love
safe.
You, my brother. Love, bro.
Stay up.
Yeah.
That is the Hitmaker, and you don't know who I know. Period. So if the Hitmaker, if you don't follow him, he's been dropping nothing but hits for the last 10 years. #1's worked with Chris Brown, everybody you can name in the universe. So recently, he's been putting up pictures of a bunch of different girls, 10 on the slide, 10 on the slide, all beautiful. And he says he's going to do something where he's going to film them and they're going to pick the one and then he's going to give them a hit record. The man shits hits. That's all I can say is if he says he's going to give them a hit, they're going to get a hit. He's not lying. And so people get confused and get mad at confidence. They think confidence is being arrogant or cocky. I think that when you're saying your truth, it's not cocky or arrogant. The man been giving out hits every day, every day. He says he's going to make them stars. I believe him. Now, National Women's Day, I told you, I don't really like the holidays, but it seemed like a cute day to get involved. Talk about the ladies. I personally believe let's see if this young lady wants to jump on because it's National Women's Day. Never been on the show. Never been on the show. Oh. So Dream Doll is on the comments. How you doing, Dream Doll, BX? So she gonna drop a joint she got with Hitmaker very soon. And so it's National Women's Day. I always felt that women are stronger than men. Now, hear me out. What does that mean, Joe? And so you got to be confident about yourself. You can't be a sucker. There's a lot of suckers out there. There's a lot of suckers. You got to be confident, say the truth. Whenever you see rallies or marches, and you see the police tear gassing, it's always the queens and the sisters that's in the front. They the ones that are always standing up for us. If a guy fuck up, he get locked down, they go see him in jail. It's always the queen and the sisters that hold him down. It's the truth. I get a cut on my fingertip, I cry. These women give birth. And so that's why we have to address National Women's Day. And so many women, I don't know if you know, I'm surrounded by women. Surrounded. My lawyer, shout out to Erica. My accountant, Vanessa. My manager, Desiree Perez. I could go on, my sisters, Natina, president of Def Jam, Juliet, president, all the theater, president of TT Talk, president of, you know, I surround myself with strong women. And lately, I'm telling y'all, New York, start getting ready because cannabis, weed, is about to get legal to where you can open your own dispensaries. You can apply for a license for delivery. You can apply for cultivation and distribution. And so me being the businessman I am, I'm in tune. And so I'm going around and I'm meeting with different firms and different lawyers, different people who know different things about the rules. And I hired some sisters to represent me. Now I met with some of the smartest, most articulate men in the world to get this done. But I picked the sisters. Why? Because I know when they work for you, they will give their life for you. And they will go all out for you all the way. And so this is why women, this is why I keep a strong show of support. It reminds me of the one time, what's up, Titi Barbara? It reminds me of the one time I went on this thing, Clubhouse, right? So you go on Clubhouse and you can easily put your foot in your mouth. You can easily say some shit you ain't supposed to say. And people are always listening, especially if you're a public figure like Fat Joe. You say something, you can't take it back. You know, that's what's so unique about this show. A lot of shows y'all see on TV and see everywhere else, they're edited. If somebody fucks up and say some wrong shit, they chop it off. Here we on time, real time, live, face value. Shout out Cash App, our partner. We're going to give out a lot of money real soon. But when I went on Clubhouse, I realized they let you talk. It was like Welcome Fat Joe. I only did it one time. But the people in front of me were all females that I know, that are family, that are friends, that I do business with, that I respect. So they already knew Clubhouse and they knew it could get out of control. And they formed Voltron right in front of me to make sure I was protected. And so this is what the sisters do. Well, homeboy said, Boricua puñeta, ¿qué pasa, papito? And when we talk about Boricua, we talk about Rita Moret. You might not know this woman because it's not, she's older, but this woman starred in West Side Story. She's a living legend. I posted her today in the original West Side Story and won the Oscar so many years ago. And then she wouldn't take any more jobs for 7 years later because she never wanted to take jobs that stereotyped her as being Latina, as being, you know, the hood, you know, the shit they do. Right? So shout out Rita Moran, Stephanie Mills being on the Wiz. You know how I talk about Stephanie. And without that, I'm just saying, just everything. You know, so many women are so strong. You know, my mother had 3 jobs at the same time and took care of 4 of us. That's 3 jobs. And always made it home to cook for us. That's why Fat Joe's Fat Joe. What's up, Rashad? And so the women are music execs, because I'm in the music business. Do you know how many people? Shout out to Carolyn Aronson's my girl. She was a hairstylist. She got tired of using these products and created her own products. It's a 10. She's a very big dog. Hundreds of millions of dollars on a regular basis. Latina, my girl Lauren Ridinger, another one. I could just go on and go on. My girl C. Bruton, president of BMI. And so what they don't tell you, or they don't want you to know, is you could be going through a struggle. You could be growing up in a hard time, in a hard place, but you can come up out of that and be successful if you stay focused and follow the plan. And so men have a problem. You know, these real suckers out there. Real suckers with confidence problems. You know, there's men who tell women, you ugly. You need me. That should have never worked. I met guys in the music industry that were big giants, and they got with artists, and they was giving everybody hits. They wouldn't give hits to the women because they were insecure. And so that's not it. The way it works is you're supposed to let your woman know that she's beautiful. Let her know that she's intelligent. Let her know that she can succeed as she wants to succeed, because the both of y'all, we always go back to that Jay-Z line, we'll be each other's crutches. But the both of y'all, if the both of you are successful, then that family household has anything they want. And so there's guys. She could be the most beautiful woman in the world. He'll call her ugly. You can't make it without me. You ain't shit. Those are weak men. Those are weak men. And so, look at the sister. She out there in Russia. She got caught with a pen of weed. The WNBA star. What's her name? Brittany. I don't know. I wrote that shit. Brittany Grenier. Now she's a WNBA star. She got caught. Should have known better. Russia's at war. You know they will use you as a scapegoat. She got caught with the Russia TSA with a pen. It's nothing. But now they threatening her for a 10-year. She might do 10 years in jail. And I hope they don't use that as a scapegoat. But look at this woman right now who's basically in jail because she got caught with a pen, but she's in jail because of United States-Russia politics. And so you see women like out in Ukraine, unfortunately, where they're fighting the war, you see women like Miss Ukraine, beautiful women, is on the front lines with a gun and a bulletproof vest. Women are strong. And that's what National Women's Day is about. And you fellas out there, I usually say this in Mother's Day, but you fellas ain't fathers if all you could do is buy your kids one pair of sneakers. That's not a father. Kids get sick. Kids need guidance. Kids need their father. Kids need a real man on the scene. Maybe you're not with the mother no more. That's cool, but you can still be a father. Getting a pair of sneakers a year does not make you a father. I see Miriam on here. When her husband passed away, Steve, she raised these kids. Beautiful cousins I got. But that's not easy. Her husband passed away. She had to raise her kids. And so that's the thing. And it's crazy. Funny shit is, I seen the girl, the artist, the rapper Ruby Rose. She said she never had plastic surgery. Stop saying she got plastic surgery. Okay. She's allowed to have it or not. She says she ain't have it, so she ain't have it. You know, plastic surgery. You know, you go to a plastic surgeon, he's sold out for the next year. You want to know whose price went up? The plastic surgery, Dr. Miami, whoever you call, their price went up. And so you said, I'm not mad. They said, if he touches me, he'll die. I'm not mad. If you want to do that to yourself, if you want to step your game up and you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you need a little something, more power to you. I've never been against it. That's on you. You have the right to do what you want to do with your body. You know, and then we seen these plastic surgery put a certain type of confidence on a female. There's some girls that never guys wasn't really checking for like that. But then once they did all that thing up, they chasing them down the block. I wonder what that does psychologically. Plastic yellow. Hey, listen, you talking to the wrong guy. Like, I'm with everything. If you want to be a big person, obviously I'm Fat Joe, then do it. If you want to get plastic surgery, do it. If I wasn't so pussy of plastic surgery, I'd have did it a long time ago, and I would have been cock diesel with a six-pack if I wasn't so scared. So I'm not mad at people who do it. I'm not mad at it. You do what you do. But the girl Ruby Rose says she's the real deal. That's her preference or whatever. I never understood people vice versa. I've got in trouble for this in the past. People who, not referring to her because I don't know her business. She says she ain't do it, she ain't do it. She's just saying, God bless her with an ill body. Guess what? Before plastic surgery, there are women out here with ill bodies. It could be true. She don't need to do plastic surgery to be banging. Maybe she's naturally banging. And so I saw some funny shit. Keisha Cole, you know, she from the hood. Tupac hood out there. You know, she said when she got in the game, she came out. She still had that hood shit with her. And one day she was walking out the club with Eve, the rapper. And congratulations, Eve's old fax machine. Stevie J, what's up, Stevie J? And so Keisha Cole said some girl tried to snatch Eve's bag and she smacked her up. And so Eve never really rocked well no more because she put Eve in a messed up position because Eve is famous too. So Eve could have got sued. She could have got sued. What you got to understand is when you're walking around with an entourage, if the 10th guy in the back beat somebody up, unless there's cameras around, they're going to say Fat Joe. If there's 20 people and someone got smacked, they're going to say it's Keisha Cole and Eve. Simple. That's the way it works. Why? They don't know them other people, and guess what? You famous and you got a bag. And it always turns into a lawsuit. Every time. Listen, artists, if you're tuned in, and I know you are, just know these guys who want to tell you, oh, you pussy, or you're a sucker, or you're this and this and that, they're only manipulating you so you can hit them and they can sue you. I mean, why in the world do you think people used to tell Mike Tyson, oh, you a sucker, you pussy, Mike Tyson? I'm not even sure if I want to get punched by Mike Tyson at his prime for a bag. I don't care how much is the bag. I do not believe that I want Mike Tyson at his prime to punch me in, but they used to. Every other week you would see somebody telling Mike Tyson, yo, this, and Mike Tyson would beat him up. But he would pay $1 million, 100,000, 200,000. These people out here, you gotta understand, they got no outlet. They see somebody with money, that's like low-hanging fruit. They snatch it. Oh, yo, you pussy, you a sucker, you. I got caught up with about 9 or 10 lawsuits myself to where I had to catch myself and say, yo, you want to know what? Yo, Joe, they know you got money. They baiting you. They gassing you to punch them so that they can sue you. Power trip, we got a big one. You know, some people love power more than money. When you go to the club and you see the guy in the front or the girl in the front and they picking out, it's the popping spot. Club Live, wherever, the most popping spot historically. You go back to Studio 54 and they got the power to pick who goes in. And so, let me get one.
Got you.
And so they power trip. Why are you laughing?
Your stories always bring back a memory.
They bring back, because my shit real. And you know it. So when I talk about stuff, you know that this is real shit, Rich. And so, you know, they sit in the door and they power trip. And so, you know, people, they got power. You know, people go to work and they just want to pick on you all they can because they got the power to do it. My sister Mary J. Blige got that show, Jazz on the Garden. I'll be there.
Filling in for Mayor today, ladies and gentlemen.
You're a rich player. You filling in for mayor?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That boy gonna beat you up, bitch. Forgiveness is hard for me when it did. Yeah. I had wrote down earlier, before I knew it was Mother's Women's Day. I said, forgiveness is hard for me when a man do me dirty. I never forgive once you cross me on another level. I give people 7, 8, 10 chances. But if the cross is too heavy to bear, I keep it moving. And so I don't know why I was thinking about that thing. I was talking to Nims about that. And with me, it's like this. I'm the nicest guy. I'm the most loyal guy. I love all my people. I pretty much think I'm a psychiatrist because I deal with so many different personalities. Yo, DJ Juanita, what's up? And so I deal with so many personalities. And so you could cross me once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. About the 8th time, if you do something so terrible enough to me, I can't forgive you. And I know God tells you to forgive. So this is something, even though I'm getting older in life, I still haven't been able to figure this out, how to forgive somebody. So it's like, we done. We done. And then people always talking to me about somebody I was cool with 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Bro, people grow apart. People grow and they move on to something else. You keep telling me about what I was like in 1995. That is obviously not Fat Joe 2020. The same where, you know, when you see these kids bugging out, we was bugging out when we was young because you don't think about the future. You don't even actually believe you're going to get to the future. So the way I thought when I was younger, when I was out there hustling, serving people myself, all type of wild shit, I would never do that 2022. But it was my young mentality. So we got a lot of guys that are in prison for life and 80 years and where if they were in jail already 20 years, 25, I think you should evaluate this again. Not just put somebody in jail to where they're in a casket for the rest of their life. You know, they're coming out in a casket. The mentality might have changed. Some guys, what's my man, Guy Fisher, he went in there and became a doctor. Like he has too many college diplomas. You know, you can't tell me he's the same man that he was 30, 40 years ago. I don't know where I'm getting into that. You know, but that was before National Women's Day. Anything positive you want to say about the ladies? Rich player.
It's always about we celebrate them every day, not just today.
You celebrate them every day. You so full of shit, man. Yo, Rich player, man. I tell them I'm surrounded. My lawyer is a woman. My managers are women. My accountants are women. I'm surrounded by women. And I feel very, very strong and very, very protected. I was telling somebody a story. I say this. And this is not Women's Day. This is just Fat Joe talking shit. Right? You know, when I came in the game off of the streets. I was going up against animals. Guys, tyrants, very violent guys. Right? In real life, not in fake or make-believe. I know sometimes I look at Twitter, they be like, wow, I don't know who's a bigger liar, Fat Joe or Game. But this, all my shit is facts. And then when you go and you look them up and you verify them, they always facts. And so I dealt with animals before I came in the game. So when I came in the game, these rap dudes, this was like super a joke, right? And so, but when I came in the game and me and Big Pun, we together and we killing the game. There was these guys that used to come to every one of our shows and try to get me a Diet Pepsi or do whatever for Pun. And you know, they're like hip hop groupies. Hip hop groupies. And the crazy shit is, maybe like, so me, I never really trusted these people anyway. So, you know, Fat Joe, you either love him or you hate him. You rock with him, you think he's the truth, or you don't rock with how he moves because I move a certain way. Y'all know that. I move a certain way. So you either fuck with Joe how he move or you don't. Because a lot of guys suckers. A lot of guys on different type of time. If your man killed his baby mama and his daughter and killed himself, he's a sucker. These are suckers. I'm just letting you know. And so these guys showing up everywhere. What's crazy is I recently went to an A-Boogie concert. A-Boogie, hella younger than me, could be my son. And so I walk into, he invites me. I walk into his green room, and the same guys who used to be with me and Pun in the green room are in there playing video games with them, getting them tea, this. I mean, yo, bro, like, have respect for yourself. I mean, it's unbelievable. These guys are groupies 30 years. And what's crazy is these guys are grown men. They tell their kids and tell their families they're in the industry. What fucking industry is this? Or I'm a groupie for the industry? Or what are you doing in the industry? Because I see guys all the time talking about, yo, I'm in the industry. I'm just, what do you do in the industry? No, I mean, how many people think, yo, I'm in the industry? No, you're not. It's unbelievable. Somebody said, shit, they probably agents. No, I didn't even think about that.
That's a good, very good.
That's a very good point.
Thank you for the heads up.
Thank you for the heads up. Big 11 was good. I see you on that hit maker list. So somebody's lying to their family, talking about, I'm in the industry. I'm just, what are you doing in the industry? What is your job? Where are you making money from? What are you doing?
Nonprofit organization.
Oh, they nonprofit organization in the industry? Yo, y'all gotta fucking stop. And so, and like I told my man, I was talking to my man Nevin stuff earlier behind the scenes, we was chopping it up. And I like giving advice to my brothers coming up in the game. I said, listen, bro, right now you viral, you bing bong, everybody gonna act like they're your friend. It's when the viral shit fade, then you're gonna realize who's really your people. And I tell you that all the time. E Philly, I rap. Yo, E Philly, yeah, you rap. And so, huh? Yo, E Philly, you want to raffle? And what's crazy is they turn around, you go like this, and you say, you know, me, I tell you all the time, I came out, I was hot. Signed Atlantic Records. They have a lobby. I think I recently told the story. 7 feet tall. They had a poster of me. 7 stories, right? And I'm double platinum, and I'm killing the game. Big Pun killing the game. I'm walking in there like I'm the man. I turn around, my next album fails. They took that poster off the wall so fast. They put up a T.I. poster so fast. And so, what you got to understand, I seen the CEO of Atlantic at an award show, and I called him who I thought it was my man, and the man ran away from me like I had leprosy, like I had AIDS. So this is the type of industry or whatever you're dealing with, to where these people are full of shit. They with you for what they could get. And what I tell people all the time, beware. Beware, if you're an artist and I know now I'm going towards artists, but if you're an artist, if you're doing anything with paperwork, pay the $500 and get the lawyer. Pay the $1,000 and get the lawyer. Do that, because you cannot trust nobody. So these people for years, all right, so an artist, I just watched Kanye West, who says he's $9 billion, right? Who says he don't want to sign a contract if it ain't just one paper. I get it. You're an artist. You make hit records. You are creative. You're not born to be an accountant. You're not born to be a lawyer. You're not born to be a brand manager. And so what happens, you have to hire these people in a position that everybody got to watch each other. Don't sign nothing without looking at it. I got jerked for my publishing 27 years ago. And I signed to the Latino, yo, we all Latino, Jelly Bean Benitez. Some people call him a legend. I call him the greatest crook in the universe. And so the man hit me with the, yo, we Latino, sign here. The man ain't paid me in 27 years. Or pun. We were both signed to him, let's be clear. The man ain't paid me in 27 years. I recently opened up an article where he sells the catalogs of everything he got, including my shit, to somebody else. And so we haven't made $1 in 27 years. So these people, they come around you, not because they care about you and start asking you questions. They don't come around you to say, wow, you're really smart. They come around you to see what you don't know. They're only realizing what you don't know so they can find a way to rob you. Without a gun. See, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the projects. I'm trained for the guy to come with the ski mask and the gun. Those guys have never robbed me. It's the guy with the bow tie and the smile that has robbed me every fucking time in this business. And the thing about these industry robbers or snakes is they spineless. And so they never really got hurt. So they don't know what it is to get hurt. Do we get what that is? Like, they don't really know what it is to get hurt. So they don't, you know, it's like a kid. He won't learn until he falls off the fucking seesaw. Spiff TV on the check-in. You know that Spiff. You've been in there with him. And so you're an artist and you think, yo, all I want to do is make hit music. All I want to do is be creative. And so you get somebody with a bow tie that look like they're going to do the right thing, all the while they're robbing you. And I told you 2 days ago that when you take, my wise woman once told me, my girl Desiree, that if you make money and you take your money, you put it in your pocket, and there's a hole in the bottom of the pocket, you don't make no money. Shout out to Cash App, our partner. We're going to give away a lot of money. You got to, they're working it out. So we got to give out that money. It's a lot of money we got to give out from Cash App. Towards gas now? They're going towards the price went up, and so they're giving out gas?
We'll see. Big things.
We working on some shit?
Big things coming, yeah.
And you know me, I don't, you know, we so blessed. And sometimes even us, we spread ourselves thin. That's what I was trying to tell you, Rich. We all spread ourselves thin because we know the bigger picture we're going to win, but we invest in this, we invest in that, we invest in this. We trying to come up. And sometimes you turn around and it ain't coming like you want it, and you taking a breather like, yo, what the fuck? What am I doing? I just opened a new store. I just this and that. I just no, so we good, but you got to beware of spreading yourself thin. Very.
Fix it, Jesus. Fix it.
Nah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, when it happens,
You'll remind me. Remind me.
but sometimes that's how it happens. So we started our National Women's Day. It's very important. I could not just sit back. Shout out to my Knicks. We won 2 in a row. I told y'all R.J. Barrett's turning into a superstar. Nobody want to listen.
He Philly's crazy.
What is Philly saying now?
Cash App, you raffle behind him.
Now, Cash App, we gave a bunch of money. We're going to give a bunch of money.
It's the new raffle behind
And so you got to diversify and learn stuff. If you young out there, get into them NFTs. Figure that motherfucker out because people getting rich overnight. Now, because I said people are getting rich overnight doesn't mean you getting rich overnight. But educate yourself and go into that. Brooklyn Bay, what's up? Wendy Williams.
Brooklyn Bay.
Brooklyn Bay, Wendy Williams, we doing the show, me and my sister, all next week. I've been out all week finding that drip. You know, I have a problem. It starts with sneakers. I'm a serial shopper where I just love to shop. I've always been that way, you know, and I love to be fly. You know, when I was back in, when I was young, I was running in the streets trying to get fly. Now that I can get fly, I go get fly. And so, yo, E Philly, you thought you was gonna get rich overnight? Nah, but I mean, like, why E? The NFTs and the crypto is making people really, really, really rich. And so it's something that you gotta learn. Somebody said they got a podcast about autism. You already know how I feel about autism.
That's dope. Bring awareness. That's actually beautiful. That's beautiful.
You know how I feel about it. How I feel about that. And so, essential workers. These women have always been on the front line fighting for us, taking care of us. You know how many women were there when people died? Because, you know, COVID is seeming like it's almost over. This is a fact. Because there's no more, you ain't got to wear no mask. Right?
Never wore one anyway.
You never wore a mask when you caught COVID 72 times. The point is, nah, yo, Melba Moore, what's up? Melba Moore, living legend. She said yesterday's price. No, you ain't lying. But
and I'm cool.
Late,
boosted,
vaccinated, everything. You still caught COVID
72 times.
But you was walking around like you was Superman. We was at the show with Dipset versus the Locks, and you was out there. You was no mask. Yo, it is what it is. But now they telling you that you don't have to wear the mask. It's something they know that we don't know. So when the UK started it, my man with the red hair, I don't know his name, Boris, some shit. He said, yo, we don't need masks. Even if you catch the COVID over there, you don't even have to quarantine. You can walk around with the COVID. So they basically,
That's whack. If you're sick, stay home. Like
no, they said that. They said that.
If you're sick with COVID, I think you should stay home and don't get no one else sick.
This is nasty, bro. I was a COVID virgin for 2 years, and then this Omicron came, and then Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I had it during Christmas and New Year's. I had the COVID. But let me explain something. The crazy shit is that motherfuckers just walking around. A week later, when I came out, I was walking up. Motherfuckers was like, yo, crack, yo, putting the arm out. Yo, I think I got the theory. I think I got the yalla. Yo, crack, hold up. Like, if you know, you can't sit your pussy down, ho. You cannot stay home. Like, if you know you got the COVID, you can at least do the 5 days. Like, because people were coming up to me, thank God they were showing me love. But why they was like, yo, crack, I got the theory. Chill. Yo, I got, like, what are you doing in the street? Brother, let me tell you something. It's a lot of you guys that are fake news. You the guys I don't listen to. You say don't listen to fake news. I had COVID. Rich had it a couple of times. K Slay is still fighting for his life for 2 months on the respirator because of COVID. People we knew. Actually, hundreds of people we knew passed away in New York. I cannot rock with y'all talking about fake news, this and this and that. If it wasn't COVID, give me another name for it. Because people were dying by the hundreds. Give me another name. Bumkuntaka? That's what you want to call it? Or what is it? Because I know people that died over the COVID. A lot of people. So I don't, you know, now it's less. I hear that after the shit turns around, it almost turns into a flu because it ran through so many people. It went through everybody, and then it loses the power. So now if you get it, it's like a serious flu, hopefully. But when it was strong, people were dying. So you self-call philosophers who know something I don't know about. The so-called philosophers that you know some shit I don't know. I ain't taking no talk from somebody who looked like he got $2 in his pocket. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
You really said it's like a raffle. Some people get it, some people don't.
He's right. Eat Philly, you so full of shit. Yeah, let me tell you something. Y'all Eat Philly, the COVID's like the raffle. Some people get it, some people don't. You funny with the raffle. You funny with the raffle talk today. Yeah, Eat Philly, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. And so let's salute the queens. Shout out. I was watching this thing on Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. You know, that was her husband, and they broke barriers. He was Cuban, and I Love Lucy's show. What I didn't know is, yeah, philosophers. Those guys are philosophers. And what I didn't know, she owned her own studio called Desi Lou. Both of them together, where she did Star Trek, a bunch of different other things. And she was like a female running the show in Hollywood, owning her own independent movie studio. She eventually sold it to Paramount. And so that's big for Women's Day. So what I'm trying to tell the sisters is this. Believe in yourself even more than I can believe in you. And if you need to hear, because some people got to see it, I'm like that too. If you need to hear that I know women of color that have become more than successful, beyond millionaires, single parent moms. I mean, let me tell you something. I've seen and met some of the wisest people in the world, and they were women. And so what I'm saying is today's National
International Women's Day.
Yeah, somebody said Fred the Godson passed away from COVID. That's a fact.
Fred the Godson, BK Mag.
BK Mag, a bunch of people I knew.
Good dude, yeah.
A bunch of security guys up here died. I mean, but you know, somebody want to be a philosopher like he knows some shit that ain't, it's fake news and ain't real. Yeah, all right, it ain't real because you ain't died.
Guess who was great? He said, congratulations. The only guy I know who survived 76 COVIDs.
Yeah, for sure. Rich player. The only guy who survived 76 COVIDs. But guess what, man? We are beyond happy to be here. And we're going to stand up for everybody who passed away. And I call Papoose every other day to find out about what's happening with K Slate because he's our brother and we love him. But it's real. But it does seem, it does, G-Mims, it does feel like COVID is going away. Like, we getting back to some normalcy. Is that true or not? Because that's how I feel. Or I'm bound to get it again because I've been really diddy bopping without the mask. I don't wear the mask unless it's in a plane. And when I fly private, I really don't wear no mask.
Look at the bright side. I survived 76 times.
You survived 76 COVIDs. Yo, Rich, you so full of shit. Yo, listen, y'all. Shout out to Cash App. Very short. How shortly? We've been waiting for this money.
Within the next week.
Within the next week, we're about to give away big money to our people out here. Big money. They said they're going to give it in gas. I don't know what they're going to do. But be clear that we're going to give some money out here. And so, prayers for Ukraine. Prayers for the people of Ukraine who are getting misplaced, who are refugees. This ain't the first or last time this has happened. This has happened all over the world. Let's say no to war. Let's pray to God that these people and my black brothers and sisters out there in Ukraine who have been getting treated with discrimination. What is new? Please, Ukrainians, people from Poland, have a heart. Treat our brothers and sisters the same. Because we praying for everybody and we donating for everybody. So don't discriminate. God ain't cool with just white, or God ain't just cool with black, or God ain't just cool with Latino. Everybody, humanity together, and we're praying for all you guys. Listen, let your darkest moments bring you most clarity. It ain't till you're going through something that you realize who's with you and who's not. And sometimes family, this is where we got it fucked up in the hood. Family, and I love my family. I'm not throwing shots at my family, but family doesn't necessarily mean that you gotta, if they into fuck shit, if they into, backstab, you don't have to. We meet people all the time that are loyal and brothers and sisters that are just even more than your own family. So loyalty and respect and trust comes even more than family to me. And so some family members, they be bugging and they think, yo, nah, man, let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. Titi Barbara, I love you to death. God first at all times, good and bad times. Can't just be loving God when you're going through a hard time, you get on your knees, please, God, save me, please, please, please. No, when you went into. When you went into. And with me, I'll tell you right now, God forbid, I got shot right outside the door. I got 4 to 5 seconds to live. I'm praying to God to forgive me. And that's the type of faith you need to have. Peace, y'all. It's the biggest in the game.